Welcome back. You're watching India Market Close on NDTV Profit. Now, I want to quickly bring on board Mr. Nrupesh Shah, who is the MD of Corporate Affairs at Symphony. Let's pull up the stock as well, because when you're looking at broadly the numbers, looking at roughly 7.5 to 8% growth, your margins have expanded by around 10 basis points on a year-on-year basis, but sequentially largely flat, 18% odd margin, which was clocked in Q3. Profits have tripled post the margin uptick that we've seen. And Mr. Shah, welcome to NDTV Profit. It's good having you here.
Yeah, thank you.
So, sir, give us some perspective on Q4 and what are the kind of numbers that you've posted, and what's led to the margin uptick that we've seen of around 10 basis points or so. Some raw material pressure is now off. So talk to us about some of those factors and the sustainability of those.
Thank you. So on a standalone basis, Symphony India, this has been highest ever March quarter sales, despite some of the orders what we received in last few days, we could not execute. Secondly, there has been a decent improvement in EBITDA margin percentage on account of variety of initiatives which we have taken. That is as far as Symphony India is concerned. Year as a whole, and particularly in quarter four, even subsidiaries have done much better, particularly IMCO Mexico, GSK China, and Brazil. As far as climate technology is concerned, it is showing really positive tailwinds, especially some of the initiatives as already executed are reflected in much reduced losses, including decent improvement in GP and EBITDA margin percentage in climate technology, and we expect this to continue.
Mr. Shah, there's a lot of talk of how this very hot summer would lead to extremely high sales in April to June quarter. Some of the air conditioning companies have spoken constructively of that. Do you reckon April to June could be a strong start to FY25?
Absolutely. So we are also witnessing the tailwinds. There has been a strong summer, strong demand, and terrific pickup.
Could you qualify that?
No, so it has been a great summer leading to a great demand, and in some of the models there has been a stock out, and still 2 months to go during this summer.
So in some sense, both on the volume, maybe even on the pricing, quarter one could actually turn out to be a really strong quarter for you as well. That's effectively you're saying, both on volume and pricing, right?
That's right.
Right, sir. And so just with regard to how margins should shape up in the medium to longer term, I know some bit of seasonality for sure, but could you help us understand this a little bit further? So demand strength will lead to more robust margins in Q1 as well as therefore impact margins in FY25. Is that how one can look at it?
Yeah, so obviously once scale and size improves, that is the top line improves, automatically the fixed overheads or CODB don't increase proportionately, and that automatically leads to better and improved EBITDA margin. In addition to that, in subsidiaries, on account of series of initiatives which we have taken, in 2-3 subsidiaries, they are doing extremely well, and climate technology is expected to do much better, again on account of various initiatives.
Sure. Just with regard to the geography from where demand is coming, in your view, because you have a good ear to the ground, what's the sense like with regard to demand? Where is it coming from, and where could it continue to, where is the scope for more demand to come from?
So normally summer sets in early in southern India. So there has been decent summer throughout southern India, eastern India, Maharashtra, starting beginning of March, and still it is continuing. And there are strong tailwinds now in central India and part of western India. Decent summer has set in, and we are witnessing the demand. And in remaining months of the summer, we expect the same to repeat in northern India, which is a huge air cooler market.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Shah, for that perspective. Of course, very strong commentary coming for Q1 FY25. Symphony in focus on the back of Q4 numbers. Q1 demand continues to remain strong. Thank you so much for that perspective. Aditya, if I can go to you with regard to not just Symphony, but maybe the whole bunch of plays with regard to air conditioning on the Voltus, the Blue Star and the likes, as well as on the EMS side of things. What's your sense with regard to how some of these names look both on charts as well as in terms of how you are seeing levels?
So Harsh, I believe most of the move is done. The cushion, or I would say the comfort which was there in most of these stocks, be it a Blue Star or a Voltas or a Havells or maybe likes of Symphony as well. The comfort is not there, though there can be further more upside in these stocks, but the risk to reward will be slightly skewed now from current levels. So I would wait it out for some kind of a dip, maybe then look at aggressively going long on these names. The only stock maybe from this entire pack which still hasn't moved and stands out for me is Crompton Greaves. That is one stock maybe that can start to chip in and can play a catch up from current levels. Of late, if you notice, the stock has been continuously inching higher, making higher rise, higher low. So I believe at current levels, one can definitely look at adding this stock in the portfolio from within the space and look for a target of at least 345 to 365 on the upside, with a good support on the downside closer to about 310.
Okay, so those are some names for you in this space, but of course not completely bullish on this one. Time to slip into a very, very short break. On the other side, we'll get you a preview into